Now the long wait is over. Today, we are proud to introduce a new full-frame mirrorless camera, the Alpha 7s Mark III.
Alpha.
Articulating screen. I've never watched one of these before. Screen is nice. Screen is nice. Okay, so the camera's only $3,500. Not bad. Right off the bat, there might be some things that are pretty disappointing to people. The original announcement said that they would be shipping in mid-August, but I checked B&H's website. I don't know if this is just B&H, but B&H says September. So a little later than I thought I would get the camera. I was hoping I would be able to use it for some projects in August. But the price is nice, $3,500. You save on tax when you buy from B&H, which is pretty much what I spent on the original camera 5 years ago. And this might be a problem for a lot of people. No 8K, it seems like. To me, doesn't really matter. I wouldn't use 8K anyway. That's a little ridiculous, but we got the 4K 120, we got the 4K 60 and all that stuff. The main thing for me is the improved autofocus. That's something that's been really hurting my work with the A7s II that I still have. It doesn't work that great in S-Log 2, and I really just want to have that touch autofocus. It's really cool. So these are my opinions. I'm going to go into detail in a second here and just sum up everything that was in that video announcement. It was really short. I liked it, but we have the articulating arm. I don't know why I said that. The articulating screen. I got no arm stuck in my head. So really those three things alone makes it worth it for me. The autofocus, articulating screen, and having 4K at 60. It's really all I need in the camera. So I'm happy. I think some people might be disappointed because it's not as spec'd out as the Canon cameras. The Canon might be a little bit better to some people, but I'm a Sony guy. I got the Sony lenses. You know, we got the improved steady shot. I'm gonna go into it, okay? Let's go. All right, so I'm just filming on my phone now. I just want to get this video out as quick as possible. Just trying to get my channel out on the map here. So I wrote down some notes. We have new sensor for better 4K. So this is the best 4K they've ever had. And then we got phase detection autofocus. It's better now. It's got some different features, which are 30% better eye focus. I really never even used it on the A7s II. I don't think it worked at all. And real-time tracking on subjects with the touch of a finger, which is the main thing that I was looking for in the camera. I touched on this already, but the A7 III has something like this, and I really like it. I've used that camera before, and it's just awesome. Like, I always have to go in and move that box physically when I'm on my A7s II. I'll be filming something, and I'm filming here, and I have the subject on the right, and then I gotta move over here because I film events, and now that person's on the left, and I have to move the box. I gotta click one thing and then click another thing just to get the box. But now all I can do is tap it with the touch of a finger and it'll focus nice. And going into that, you have different settings of how fast the autofocus will be or how slow you want it. So it's kind of a smooth transition to focus. So it's gonna look more natural. They touched on overheating. Not sure how accurate it is, but it said that you can film 4K 60 for up to an hour and 4K 120 at 30 minutes. That's not too crazy, but it's not like you're going to be filming an event 120 frames per second. That'd be really weird. Oh, wait. I actually would be doing that because I film sports. But I would stop. It wouldn't be an hour long. I do highlights, sports highlights, so if I can film 4K 120 at 10-minute intervals, 15-minute intervals, yeah, I'm actually going to use that. That's great. 15 stops of dynamic range. That's not a huge difference than what we already had, but you know, the technology's improved. It's 5 years newer, so it's probably going to look a lot better than what we have. Should be easier to work with in post. We have 422 color science, so I don't think we have ProRes recording, which would have been nice. You know, I see that 422 and I think maybe we have ProRes, but didn't mention ProRes, so I think that's different. So that would have been cool. The only codec they mentioned was H.265, which I don't think works that great with editing. They said it's improved for editing. The color is gonna be, that's something. The color kind of fell apart if you pushed it too hard. That 422 is probably helping with that. That's what that means. And then we got new memory cards. So if you want to shoot that 124K, you got to use this CF Express card. I think it's $300, which is a little crazy. Let's check that out. Because I was when I was ordering the camera, I saw the memory cards. I should buy one, but $300. I don't know. I do want to mess with 4K 120. I want to do some tests. So I should get it. But that's crazy. Oh, there's a kit that comes with the memory card. Oh, and they have cages already. I didn't know that when I ordered the cage. That cage has a battery grip. I don't want that. The body looks the same size as the A7s II, which I would have loved to test, but I lost my cage for the A7s II. Yeah, so you get it's 400. Oh man, it's actually $400. So it's a 160 gigabyte CF Express card, and it's $400. How much does 160 gigabytes get you? That's expensive. I don't think I'm gonna buy that. 4K 120 would be cool, but I actually don't need it. I filmed for lacrosse.com, but it's in 1080p. They post it on Instagram, YouTube. Don't really need it. And I guess the kit's worth it because it's $3,500 for the camera. You get the kit that comes with the memory card for $346. So you're saving about $50. Oh, there's hands-on reviews.
It's finally here.
Oh wow.
After years of waiting, the Sony A7s camera.
My video's gonna suck. Man, people got the camera already. So not fair, bro. I'm gonna do a little bit more research before I put this video out. So another thing we have is the raw output, which is something I want to test because I really want to see if my monitor, the Atomos Ninja Flame, if I can use that, because it says it's over HDMI. So I would really love if I had that with the monitor I already have, so I don't have to upgrade. It would be really cool. So yeah, you have 16-bit RAW over HDMI Type A. So we're gonna test that on this channel, so stay tuned for that. They went into like their creative look profiles and stuff, which is something that nobody's ever gonna use. So I'm surprised they even put that. Here's something interesting. They have a no cable for the microphone. Something with the shoe mount is like electronic that you just plug the mic in and the camera can. I guess you probably need a special mic for it. I don't think you can use any mic, but the mic goes into the camera through the shoe mount. Interesting. Kind of cool. They have a new menu. Didn't look too cool to me. One thing I did like is it said that the photo and filming menus are separate. So like if I'm taking pictures and my photo settings are like really crazy high shutter speed or something, it's not gonna change what my video settings were, so I can go back and forth a lot easier. That was something that was kind of annoying. I'd get hired on jobs to do photos and videos, and I was like, okay, let me get all these videos together, because if I just do both at the same time, it's kind of crazy to mess with those settings. They improved the rolling shutter. Says it's 3 times better. The test footage did look pretty nice. The low light performance is supposed to be 1 extra stop better, so that's slightly improved as well. And that is about everything. They had these 2 menus popped up for a second that I didn't get to read, so let's go ahead and read those now. Let's see if there's anything interesting on here. So you have touch controls on playback. You can pinch to zoom in and out. That's kind of cool. Make sure you're in focus. A lot of this is stupid, like autofocus button. Customizable function button. That's cool. You put whatever you want there, so it's like a shortcut button, but a shortcut button that leads to a whole menu of whatever you want. I like that. USB-C connector, so that's how you can charge the camera and transfer files. Versatile remote tethered shooting functions, Wi-Fi. I'm hoping it has some cool like monitor on the phone things. It never worked with the A7s II. It worked like the first phone I had, and then As I got new phones, they just never synced up again. NFC support for easy communication with mobile devices. That's what the other one had, and it never worked. So hopefully it works better with this camera. New anti-dust system, Z series batteries. We knew that. Yeah, I wish they didn't mention the size of the camera. I think it's the same size as the A7s II. So it really sucks that I lost my case, because I would have loved to use that. It just disappeared on one of my jobs. Really, really made me sad, because I love that thing. But that's my first impressions of this camera. It's what I needed. Was it worth a 5-year wait? I feel like they could have made this camera sooner. It's not that crazy, but they're giving us what we want, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy with the camera. The price isn't that crazy, so I'm not mad. I'm curious to hear what other people have to say, but I'm okay with it, and that's probably not the best thing to say. Oh yeah, it's okay. But I think it's gonna be great. 4K 120, the raw over the external. Once we get our hands on the camera and start testing it, I know everyone's gonna love it. Also upgrading because my camera's kind of falling apart a little bit. And the internal mic on this thing stopped working like 3 years ago, so that's been really annoying. And I guess if you want to put Canon versus Sony, Canon on paper might be a little bit better, but I think Sony's gonna take it with that low light and everything. Wish that damn memory card wasn't so expensive though. Alright, well that's my channel. I'm gonna be testing this camera out. Hopefully I get it soon. And I'm gonna put some real world tests and stuff. And just stay tuned for that. And I have some cool tutorials on this page. So if you want to check that out, it's a way better video than this video. I'm kind of lazy with it, because if I went to set up my camera and lights and stuff, I'll never get this video done. You know, it's a laid back channel. If you're a filmmaker, it should be helpful. I'm going to have tips on jobs you can get once things start getting back to normal. I have like sports, for instance. A lot of people don't know how to get into that. I haven't heard any YouTubers talk about that, and I think that's a great source of income for filmmakers, is to film sports. So, you know, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Why'd I do that? That's stupid.